What hats do I need to climb Kilimanjaro? Hats perform two basic functions on Mount Kilimanjaro. One, it acts as a shield against the sun. And two, it insulates your head to keep it warm. You will need two hats for Kilimanjaro, one for each of these occasions, as well as a neck gaiter to cover your nose and mouth. These three headwear pieces are required gear items. In this video, I'll look at the different options available and discuss what I think are the best choices for climbing Kilimanjaro. Boonie Hat. When it comes to blocking the sun, the bigger the better. That's why the Boonie Hat is the best choice when it comes to stopping the sun's rays. The wide brim goes around the entire head to shade you from all angles. Most Boonie hats are made from cotton, which is not a great material because it tends to get waterlogged by soaking up moisture from rain or sweating. So look for one made out of moisture-wicking material. Despite its functionality, you don't see many Boonie hats on Kilimanjaro, probably due to their size and their aesthetic, but they really are an excellent choice on the mountain. Bucket Hat. A bucket hat is similar in many ways to the Boonie Hat, but the proportions are different. They have a narrower brim so they block less sun. Usually, bucket hats are made of a softer fabric. I think the brim on a bucket hat is a bit short, and therefore I don't favor this style. If you do, look for one made out of a light, breathable, water-resistant material. Sun Cap. Some people think of desert trekking when they see these types of caps, but they also work well for climbing Kilimanjaro. The front brim shields the sun from the face, while the side and back panels protect the rest of the head. These panels can be adjusted or removed entirely, so you can let the breeze in when desired. I like this option a lot, but understand most people shun it due to its unfashionable look. Trekking Cap. The classic baseball-style cap is the most popular headwear on Mount Kilimanjaro. It's a good choice because it does what it's supposed to do. Block the sun from your face, plain and simple. And it's what I personally prefer to wear on the mountain. The disadvantage is that it doesn't block the sun from hitting the sides of your face, ears, or the back of your neck. So you'll still need to apply sunscreen or wear a hooded base layer for maximum coverage. A trucker-style cap that has a mesh back like this one will let the sun and wind in, but it also lets heat vapor escape. So consider whether you want a cap with a solid back for better coverage or a mesh back for more ventilation. Finally, look for caps made of wicking material so they dry out overnight. That completes the options for Kilimanjaro hats that protect you from sun exposure. Now let's discuss hats for cold protection. Watch Cap. The watch cap is a vintage-style knit hat originally made of wool. Historically, it was worn by sailors, hunters, and other outdoorsmen. Watch caps, also known as fisherman's hats, are designed to be folded at the brim, which doubles the layers at the forehead and ears for extra warmth. The watch cap has stood the test of time. You can't go wrong with one on Kilimanjaro. Beanies. Beanies, also known as skull caps, are form-fitting domed hats often made of natural yarn such as wool and cotton or fleece. They will vary on their insulation based on how they are constructed. Beanies are a popular style of warm hat used on Kilimanjaro by most clients and even our guides. A few precautions about beanies. Do not select one that is made of a thin material or one that is woven very loosely. You want to be sure that it will serve its main purpose well, which is keeping your head warm. It's also important that a beanie is sized correctly so that it covers your forehead and your ears completely when worn. Lastly, don't select a slouch beanie that has excess material and is designed to hang off the top of your head. This is a fashion statement, but not practical for alpine use. The bottom line is, your hat should be thick enough to keep your head warm in sub-zero temperatures and withstand strong winds. Neck gaiter. A neck gaiter is a closed tube of fabric that is worn around the neck, face, or head for warmth. It's typically made of lightweight stretchy material, such as thin wool or a synthetic wicking textile. The neck gaiter, also known as a buff due to the brand that made them popular, can be worn in many ways, which makes this piece of clothing a necessary addition to your required Kilimanjaro gear kit. Balaclava. A balaclava, depending on how it's worn, is designed to expose either only the eyes and nose, or the front of the face including the chin. The word balaclava comes from the Battle of Balaclava in 1854, part of the Crimean War, where British troops used handmade garments to cover their heads to keep warm. Nowadays, balaclavas are worn by mountaineers to fight off brutal winds and extreme cold. We don't recommend the balaclava over a neck gaiter because it's far less versatile as a face covering. Remember that the weather on Kilimanjaro can be a big challenge. If you don't have the right headwear, you may be dealing with sunburn, windburn, and even frostbite and hypothermia. And yes, people do fail on the summit because of these reasons. So when selecting your hats, ask yourself, will these items protect me from the strong sun and blistering cold? If the answer is no, find something that does. I'm Kevin with Ultimate Kilimanjaro. Visit us at ultimatekilimanjaro.com. Like and subscribe for more videos and join our Facebook discussion group linked below to talk about all things Kilimanjaro. I'll see you on the summit.